The truth is, going through a divorce or a really bad breakup can be life shattering. What you thought you knew now makes no sense, and your emotions in your life feels all over the place. A lot of people harbor a lot of negative emotions after going through a divorce or a breakup because they're holding on to hope of it making sense, hoping for forgiveness, hoping for a second chance, hoping for an apology. And I'm here to tell you that we have to be able to move forward. And I want to discuss the 3 strategies. Going through a bad breakup or a divorce can be life shattering. Everything that you thought you knew now makes no sense. And your life and your emotions feel all over the place. Many people that I talk to are stuck with the inability to move forward, stuck with difficult emotions, stuck with unforgiveness, just stuck. And the truth is, in order to live a fulfilling and happy life, we have to be able to move forward. So today I want to talk about 3 things that you need to be able to understand in order to move forward with your life. The first thing that you need to understand is that everyone does not get closure. Closure is where 2 people agree that a relationship has ended. They've said their part, they've expressed their emotions, and they've walked away with peace. Now, while closure would be ideal and it's a great thing to receive, unfortunately, a lot of people end relationships on hostile or angry terms. And most of the time, they're in 2 totally different books, 2 different totally libraries, and 2 different totally planets. And so it makes it challenging to have closure. Closure takes a level of maturity, understanding, love, and respect, which most of the time is absent at the end of relationships. What I suggest for you, if you're seeking closure and you have not been able to get it, is to provide closure for yourself. That could be through deep reflection. That could be you identifying what you learned, what you wish would have changed, and what you'll make different going forward. While you can't get closure from another person, you can get closure with yourself. And a lot of times that will be enough to suffice. You being able to forgive yourself and get a better understanding of how to move forward will allow you to be free of that stuck and bitter and angry and unforgiving feeling. The next thing you need to understand in order to move forward is a hard reality and a hard truth, but it's what you need to hear. Most of what people do is about them and not about you. When you go through a nasty breakup or a divorce or a heartbreaking situation, it's easy and tempting to blame yourself. Maybe it was me that I wasn't pretty enough and that's why they got into a new relationship. Maybe I wasn't sexual enough and that's why they cheated. Maybe they never really loved me and they used me. These are thoughts that often go through our head, and we blame ourselves and consume ourselves with these negative and nasty thoughts, which ultimately reinforce that low confidence and that low self-esteem. The truth is, people make choices because they want to make choices. It's not personal. And if you understand that and are able to acknowledge it, then you can move forward with peace, knowing that it's not personal and it's not your fault. A lot of times we harbor unforgiveness and bitterness because we're blaming ourselves and we're blaming other people. The truth is, hurt people hurt people. And a lot of times people go into relationships and marriages a lot sooner than they're truly ready for. And therefore, the outcome is that they hurt not only themselves, but they hurt other people. Again, it takes a huge level of maturity to be able to acknowledge your behavior and to apologize. And so in relationships, a lot of times people aren't able to acknowledge their role in it and apologize for a way in which they may have hurt you. And that's okay. You're allowed to let go and release it and understand that it's not personal and it's nothing against you. The last thing you need to do when you're going through a breakup or a divorce is to beat yourself up. Everything in life already doesn't make sense. The best thing you can do for yourself is to work on improving your confidence and self-esteem so that you can go forward into your next chapter, making it your best chapter. But if you're holding on to those negative emotions and those negative beliefs, it's going to be very challenging for you to move on. People's choices and actions are ultimately outside of our control. And so the final thing that you need to understand in order to be able to move on is that you can't change people. I know that when I went through my divorce, there were a lot of times where I kept thinking that if I did this, I could have changed him. Or if I responded this way, this would have changed this. Or maybe I can change the past and positively impact my future. There were all these things that I wanted to change. And ultimately, there's only one thing that I can change, and that's myself. When we put so much pressure on trying to change other people, we're always going to end up disappointed. When you accept the fact that you can't change other people, then you'll be able to move forward with peace and understand that the situation is not about you and that the change that you desire can only happen within yourself, and that no matter what you do, you can never change another person. Now, here's the thing. When we go through a heartbreak or a divorce or a breakup, we must understand that acceptance is key. A lot of times we don't want to accept it because we think that if we accept it, it approves the behavior or the way that the person treated us. The truth is, acceptance is for you. It's a way to set you free. When I think about this, I like to think of the serenity prayer, which says, "Dear God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference." Our job is to know the difference between the things we can and we can't control. And those things that we can't control, we must let go of. You can control your ability to move forward with peace. You can also control your thoughts and ideas to keep you stuck. So now the choice lies with you. Would you like to move forward in the direction of your dreams? Or would you like to stay stuck and stagnant and holding on to hope, trying to change your ex, blaming yourself for choices that they made, holding on for closure that you may never get, hoping for an apology that may never come? Unfortunately, a lot of people do hold tight to that. That's not what I desire for you. So moving forward, you must take active steps. But when you know better, you do better. And now you understand that in order to move forward, you must understand that there may never be closure. You also understand that most of the time what people choose to do is not about you and it's not personal. And finally, you know that you can't change people. Knowing this information, what can you do moving forward to get the closure you need to step into the next chapter to make it your best? Comment below and let me know. And until next time, I'll chat with you guys later. Make sure you hit like and subscribe before you go. Bye, guys.